you got to be aware of the mental games people attempt to run on you. Even in a relationship, partnership, a friendship, there's another party involved, and those parties always want to make sure that you have they have some form of attachment to you, and you got to be careful, because some mental attachments, they will affect you, and anything that can alter your emotional state for any reason, even if it's to match a person's tempo, you got to be careful, because that's an energy that you will have to consume to be able to regurgitate back or match, and you got to be careful during those energy moments with people, because it'll alter your state, and so you got to learn to let things just boom boom get off you, and look at the why causes, like what's the root of this. And most cases that I've come to see, it's either money, which is priceless. It's priceless. It holds the. It's funny how money holds more weight in the minds of men than time, and time is a heavier currency than money. Yeah, I paused to let that one sink in. Time, you cannot make back like money. You can make money, you can't make time. So that energy consumption of negativity that people will press upon you, even if it's just to see what form of influence they have over you, or what power they have in your relationship, or if they can see if they can do an emotional decision to see if it can make you conform to a certain pattern, or I would call it win a negotiation, because that's pretty much what control is. You're negotiating control over something, dominance over something, and those are places for them, but oppression has never been something I allow, period. It's like my time is non-negotiable. My trust is non-negotiable. I don't barter with them. Shit. And so when I have to process people and their outbursts, or the words that they use, or the energy that they got coming off of them, the energy with the words and the actionable movements that they use, if they're talking with their hands or things of that nature, their body language, I have to process a lot of things, and I have to also break it down and get to the root of it quickly, because I have to make decisions immediately. You understand? When you're processing any form of energy, you better understand the movements of time and that energy. Period. There There is no middle ground there. If you fail, could be your life. Literally. You know, let's say you take upon somebody's energy and you in the car and you pull off with that bad energy, that bad evil spirit on you. That you didn't let somebody, you didn't allow someone to oppress upon you. And you consumed it and you pulled off. Anything outside of that before you didn't deflated that off you, you're subject to a very negative outcome until either something changes or something alters your state now, because you didn't even understand that you just consumed a lot of negativity off of somebody else. So you got to be careful when you do things like that. You got to learn how to break away quick, dodge, gotta go, and get back grounded and stay humble to yourself. So anytime I feel energy, you know, that's, you know, I can feel it in the pit. You know, if my stomach twitched, then, you know, there's something going on here. And my awareness is 100%. So I just had a moment where I had some misplaced energy come upon me. And then the misplaced energy of the person that displayed it turned around within, you know, about 5 or 10 minutes and came back with a masked energy. So now, you know, that's like premeditation. You can actually see it on them. Like, oh, whoa, let me see something. What's going on here, man? Let me peep man flow. Understand? Because, or let me understand the characteristics that this person is displaying and the energy that they're now displaying to see if it's of genuine nature. See, when you going through life like this and you moving at different places and you going to different places, you have to be aware of all changing conditions. Period. And you also got to remember, man, I got to honor thy neighbor. You know, I got to remember God. You know, because clearly this, you know, there's something else amiss. But you got to be aware of it. Or like I said, man, in life, man, you don't get a second chance. You know, with time, you can't go buy that back. You know? So like, I will even give you a understanding just a little bit further about how people will let the root of money and misplacement of something that not theirs oppress upon them the mindset or intellectual food, or make them think in their alternate realities that they could spend what's in your pocket. Like they could just walk in your Wells Fargo and go swipe what's in your pocket. And then when they realize, well, Wells Fargo gonna decline them, because, you know, that's like identity theft or some stupid shit they call it now. It don't work. It's called declined. And so a lot of those things, you got to understand that you can't get your time back, but you can always make more money. And so I learned something along those ways, you know. As a giver, I give more than I receive. Because when I'm blessed, period. People are like, how are you doing today? I'm blessed and highly favored. Hey, what's going on? Whole lot of us and none of them. And when you're blessed like that, you understand that you're not bound by imaginary currencies and predicaments and worries. While you're intelligent enough to plan ahead, you're able to move freely. And that form of freedom and movement challenges everybody around you. and every one, because people will be upset that they cannot move like you move. But you got to remember, they don't want to give up the time that you give up to be able to move how you move. You know, they want to wake up at 8 in the morning, while I wake up at 2:30, 3 o'clock. I do a morning meditation laying in the bed, not moving, pitch darkness. They say, man, when do morning start? 12 a.m. When do it end? 12 p.m. So if you getting up at 8 a.m., you done lost 8 hours. And you talking about I'm going to make it up in the evening, and then you wonder why you broke. And wondering why you constantly counting somebody else's pockets and movements and upset with your life. You know, you should be upset with yourself for not being disciplined enough to take advantage of your days. And you know, doing some reading in your evenings. You understand? But those your decisions you live with in your life. You know? Me, I live with mine. Like being able to see with my awareness that I would never allow anyone to think they can live out my pocket unannounced to me. It's dead. Even when people inquire what they're inquiring questions, it gets shut down like a bad habit. Because I mind my business. And when people start minding my business, I know that they're not minding their business. So, you know, sometimes if you mind my business enough, I might use the opportunity that you're giving me to help you mind some more of my business while I'm making a profit off of your business that you ain't minding. They said, man, it's chess, not checkers. No, I like checkers. I learned checkers from the old guys who just want to talk to me. I learned chess from, you know, the same old guys who wanted to show me life. I learned pool with the motorcycle club and the outlaws. Understand? I learned strategy from gang members. I got an education from a queen, a woman, who's a free-spirited liver. So I'm an intelligent black man who understands that, listen, I know how to live my life. You better learn how to live your life. Because there's people out here that would love to make a plan for your life if you don't know how to mind your business and your pockets. Because there's some free thinkers out here too. Better understand these Jews. Locked my pockets a long time ago when Juvenile came out. If I'm in the room with her and like a man, she gonna be told in, and I'ma cut the TV off and go to sleep on that. Learn to lock your pockets and be aware of all forms of manipulation or forms of ill persuasion. You understand? You better start learning how to pay attention to people negotiations. Their body language, their eye movement. What triggered their movement? And if you did something and it triggered somebody else's response, then you better watch how closely they watching you. Better catch on fast. You might not last.